Well, hello everyone. Today, let's talk about air, our life. And in this chapter, we are going to look over the components of air, the properties of air, how air carries smell and sound, and how air can produce sound. Before we get into the lesson, here is something to boost your knowledge. We need air to breathe, but the environment around us is polluted, and so is the air. Can you mention two things that pollute air? Air is all around us and it is very important for us. It is a precious resource, but we don't take care of it too much. Air contains oxygen, which is essential for us to live. We cannot see air because it is colorless, but we can feel it when it blows across us. Now, did you know the amount of water present in the air is called humidity? It is high usually in high temperatures in summer and rainy season. So let's talk about the components of air. Air makes up the Earth's atmosphere, which contains 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, 0.9% of argon, and 0.03% of carbon dioxide, along with water vapor. Besides this, the air also contains dust particles and pollen grain particles from plants. The atmosphere extends high above the Earth, and the air keeps on getting thinner as high we go. We also have the change in the combination of gases as we go higher in the atmosphere. So let's talk about the properties of air. Air occupies space. We cannot see air, but we can feel it. Have you ever seen leaves on a tree move? That is because of air. We can even feel it on our skin. Have you seen a sailboat in the sea? The air pushes it. When we breathe in, we take in air into our lungs, and we push air out of our lungs when we breathe out. But if the air is invisible, does it take up space? Is it made of anything? Compressed air. We can squeeze air into small spaces, like a balloon. When we blow air into a balloon, it fills up with air. The more amount of air we blow in, the air present in the balloon squeezes into small spaces. This is called compressed air. Compressed air is a very popular form of power as it is clean, easy to use, and easy to transfer. Now, if you want to know how a hand pump works, take a bicycle tire pump. It takes air and pushes it into a bicycle tire when you press the pedal. When the pedal is compressed, air travels to the bicycle tire. The more amount of air you put into the tire, the higher the air pressure gets. Air has weight. Air has weight because of gravity. Gravity pulls anything that has mass, and air has mass. That's why it pulls it towards itself. But the overall weight of air is so small that we cannot feel it or measure it with our natural senses. Air has pressure. Air pressure is different at different places. When we go up a mountain or travel using a hot air balloon, the air pressure reduces. Air pressure also varies at different times. This is because of the changes in temperature. Warm air is lighter than cold air. Cold air presses down or sinks, causing the weather to become dry, and this causes high air pressure. On the other hand, when the warm air rises up, it creates a cloudy and wet weather, which has low pressure. Changes in air pressure bring changes in the weather and make the winds blow. Air moves from areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure. Air carries sound and smell. When we listen to music, the sound of music reaches our ears because of the air. The sound waves travel in air to reach our eardrums, which makes us listen to sound. We can smell the food cooking in the kitchen, the fragrance of flowers, or the stinking smell at the dustbin because the air that carries smell reaches our nose. Air produces sound. Vibrations can be caused by instruments like wires and drums. We can also cause moving air to vibrate at certain frequencies. If you tie a string or a wire tightly at 2 points, you can create vibrations by plucking or tapping it. Vibration creates compression waves in the air. Then you can hear the sounds according to the frequency of the waves. Musicians use instruments of wires, including guitars, violins, or pianos. Did you know the Earth's atmosphere contains 78% of nitrogen and 21% of oxygen? So here is a quick sum up of the lesson. Air makes up the Earth's atmosphere. We can squeeze air into small space like a balloon. Air has weight because of gravity. Air pressure varies at different places at different times. The different smells reach our nose through the air we breathe in. The vibrations of some devices like wire, drum, or reeds create musical sounds. Here is a glossary of the lesson. Particle, a minute portion of matter. Evaporation, the process of changing water into water vapor on heating. Atmosphere, the layer of air that surrounds the earth. So here is a mind map of the lesson. Air. Properties of air are: air occupies space, air carries sound and smell, air can produce sound, air has weight, and air has pressure. Air can also be compressed and is called compressed air. Components of air are carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and oxygen.